that once you cheat, you're always a cheater, because that's another thing that women think. Once you cheat and if you forgive a man and you stay, then it's more than likely he's going to do it again.
And then maybe it comes back down to if that woman listened to that individual as to the reason why he cheated. Because you can hear him out and you might just say, oh, fuck it, I don't like whatever. And you carry on with the same fuckery and then he keeps it up and it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, but you just said earlier that a lot of men cheat just because it's an action, not because there's anything wrong.
So, and that's the physical is the action. Did you get it?
But there's an emotional part of it that made you.
If it's a serial or if it's somebody that you keep
like
matching,
an affair or whatever, there'll be
Yeah,
an
but
emotional part.
an affair is definitely an emotional. But both of you just said earlier that men can just have sex with someone. It's just an action. So there's 100%. It's not necessarily because there is also that thing that a lot of men cheat and there's nothing wrong at home. They're in a perfectly great
can cheat as well.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm trying to say about the model. The model that we're working with, I don't believe is working. Okay. Like the model of relationships.
Explain the model that we're working with.
The model of relationships of being just a normal, go off into the sunset, man, woman, 2.4 children. The model that we've been sold is not working, and the statistics show that the model ain't working. Now that's not to say there aren't monogamous relationships that can work. Yeah. But I'm saying the model, the stats show how if you were to ask all of your girlfriends, how many of them have been cheated on? How many would you say?
Majority.
Yeah. Right. So that means, that's not saying the majority of men cheat, but that's saying it's happening. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? So the model ain't working. But so when do we get to the point when we say, do you know what? Let's sit down and have a conversation. Like, I'm a man, you're a woman, cool. There's a high probability that I'm probably gonna want to have sex with another woman at some point in time in this relationship. Don't mean I don't love you. How viable is that?
And when you...
How viable is it?
So then doesn't that just become a polygamy then?
No, not necessarily. You have to tailor make your own relationship. I've always said to people they have to tailor make their own relationship.
Yeah, that's one thing I do agree. I do believe that
I'll third that.
Yeah, I think a lot of relationships nowadays we've been sold like this is what a relationship should be.
Exactly.
And we're not actually saying, okay, like you said, this is what works for me actually. I don't mind. You might get, okay, I'm happy for you to get a pass every 12 months or every 14 months, you can or whatever, or every 2 years or whatever. But I think that's because it's linked to women not understanding that men can just have sex and it's just sex. But we're never going to understand that because we're not built like that. So then how does this work?
Conversations like this, we have to understand. We have to have these conversations to try and understand one another. We have to, because the bottom line is, like I said, the statistics are showing that it's not working. Like it's just not working.
So what would your ideal relationship be? Because in your life,
are you single?
Yeah, I'm single.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm joking.
No, because you just said that in your last relationship you didn't step out, so you was faithful
10 years,
for 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
You was faithful, so you technically you can do a monogamous relationship.
I can do monogamy.
Yeah.
How old was you when you started?
I started when I was 28.
Oh, so it was pretty late on in your,
28
not late, but it was, you were quite mature.
Let's say 38, 37, 38, yeah.
And you was faithful for all those times?
Yep.
Now, okay, back to you, Richie, because you're the serial cheater. What do you class?
Gunning for you, son.
What do you class as cheating?
Yeah, no.
Is it penetrative? Is that's it?
No, there's more to it. You know, there's emotional cheating.
But what type of cheating did you do the most?
Just when I was young, rich, and living it. You know what I mean?
You keep saying young. How old are you now?
32.
And then how long? When was the last time you cheated?
When was my last serious? Probably what? When I was probably about 28.
How old are you now?
32.
Oh, so it's not that long ago. It's like 4 years ago.
It's long enough, man. Trust me.
But you haven't been in another relationship since then.
I've had a few since then.
Oh, and you've been faithful. So do you think it's just a phase that men go like it's a phase or wait, did you get therapy, did you say?
I've been through therapy.
Okay, so the therapy is what helped you kind of identify your own issues, and then you was able to kind of then
be self-aware, be able to self-correct behavior, be able to understand behavior. You know, once you understand why you're doing something, you can almost just by understanding it, you can, you know, counteract it, prevent it. You know,
so that's actually great. I'm glad you said that, because I think a lot of men as well, both of you can chime in, because obviously I'm guessing in those 10 years it's not like you didn't face temptation.
100% I face attempt.
Exactly. So I think a lot of men as well, they basically, they don't understand not to put themselves into situations that could lend them to cheating. Do you get what I mean? So you go to certain environments where you know there's going to be loads of girls, you know you're not necessarily strong enough to say no, sorry. What is that about?
I mean, what are we supposed to do? Lock ourselves in the house? Like,
You not put yourself in situations that you're going to end up cheating, because you don't just fall
no,
onto
but you
somebody.
don't fall into cheating though. You don't. It doesn't just happen like that. You
That's
don't
the one
fall
that's-
into
But that's
It's a
my whole.
process.
But that's my whole
Right.
point. You don't just fall into cheating. There's a process.
Right.
So at some
And that,
point,
sorry, G, that part of that process is the women that facilitate the cheating. You know, because
yeah,
there's
who are
some
the men-
women
who are
out
the men
there-
cheating with?
Who are they cheating with? There's some women who are
single
out there.
women.
What?
And do most of the time these women know that they're cheating with these
course they
men?
do.
Sometimes we don't know that.
Sometimes we.
Huh? We
The
don't.
lies
Have
we
you ever
tell
cheated with a
ourselves,
man?
yeah?
Have I ever what?
Have you ever been with a man that's been with another person?
Not that I'm aware of.
Ah,
At the
he's
time
he's
or
a lie
now?
now.
No, I'm saying not that I'm aware of.
At all.
Yeah, I'm just saying not that I'm aware of. So that's what
But
I'm
you
saying.
said that with a smirk, like you're lying though. That's the thing. So
You gotta leave
you said it
them
with
to
a
it, I
smirk.
mean.
Like,
I know
Because I think that's a pertinent question.
no, because but a lot of us women don't know. Or
What about the ones that do know?
okay, yeah, then that's their business. But I'm also of the narrative that at the end of the day, I'm not condoning women that sleep with men that are in a relationship. However, a single woman, her loyalty is not to your girlfriend or to your wife or to whoever. You have entered into that partnership
I
with
hear
that